Guess the name of the man who created Wordle.
We already did this bit.
Wait, did we?
We did this bit.
That's what I've been wanting to talk about then. Like,
yeah, John Wardle.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I made a mistake. It's Josh Wardle.
Oh, it's Josh
but
Wardle.
Still.
You don't have to be embarrassed now.
I don't have to be embarrassed now. I'm not even fucking tell you it.
Really?
Because it was really fucking
Yeah,
embarrassing.
we're picking up right here, so all
Yeah.
this didn't happen, actually. There's
'Cause-
definitely not a second microphone recording this entire time.
Because it was really embarrassing. It was like having my dink caught out.
You fucking nude out.
It was like making a big mud pie in your friend's toilet and like, clogging it up.
What do you mean making a big mud pie in your friend's toilet?
I think you know what I mean.
I know what you mean. I want you to look me in the eye and tell me you made a mud pie in my toilet.
Well, I never would. I'm afraid of pooping in other people's houses. I poop in my toilet and my toilet only. Vacations are a fucking nightmare.
Claire, we've been on vacation for 6 months now.
dying of sepsis.
I can hold it. Claire, this isn't a vacation. We moved away. The family reunions not for another 2 weeks. I can hold it. I can hold it. Oh, this is gross. Imagine when you fucking blow.
So squishy. So squishy.
That's a girl's way to start the episode. I bet you're shitting. I bet you're full of shit whenever you're going on vacation.
It's so squishy.
But hey, now we know you will drop a mud pie in my toilet. Or any toilet for that matter.
No, back when I was in the war.
We're back on the war of
Yeah,
1812 or 1218. Or the Great War.
Neither. It'd probably be like, I don't know, 2019.
Alright, so...
Anyway, so I was in the war back in boot camp. And, so it was all Kaibos.
Okay.
Which is called, which stands for Keep Your Bowels Open.
Okay.
And they're just like basically wooden shacks with a toilet seat on a box, and then it just goes in a big old hole. I refuse to use one of those.
Okay.
So I would only use the bathroom when I was at the mess hall, because that was the only place with working toilets.
Oh my goodness.
So I would just be like, nah, I can hold it for only my meals, in which there would be a giant line.
Nah, I can hold it. I can fucking hold it. Is that what you were like all the boot camp? They were just like, hey, you should probably, it's time to get up. Like, I can hold it.
And then, like, the only other time was, like, the entire group would go to the mess hall at, like, right before bed, because we all wanted to brush our teeth, and we were afraid of using the sink at the Kaibo, because it was just it was literally a garden hose attached to a spigot.
So it was not, y'all were living off of not actual shit.
Yeah, so we were like, no, we're gonna go to the mess hall and use the actual sink.
We're gonna do this. Alright. That's very fun.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever actually been to like a summer camp proper now that I think about it, or like anything like that.
It's fun.
Well, I'm 18 now, so I'm
Yeah.
kind of a boomer, so we're getting old.
God, I admit, one thing, I hated scouts, but, oh god, I love camping.
It's very real, very real.
Another camping activity, like, I want to go rock climbing again.
You want to go fucking to the rocks, and you want
Yes.
to show them who's boss.
Yeah.
You want to fucking dominate those rocks.
Oh, yeah.
If you want to go dominate those rocks, you fucking
Oh,
pervert.
yeah. Oh yeah. Funny enough, I have gone pole climbing.
Oh, really? How's
Like
that?
you know, like the way lumberjacks like do. Oh,
Yeah.
it fucking sucks.
It's awful.
So basically, you get these really weird shoes on your feet that are like, imagine like a normal shoe,
Yeah.
and then there's like a solid 3-inch blade, like
at the
on
bottom?
like on the bottom, but like not the bottom, on the side,
Ooh.
facing the arch.
Oh, so...
And then you get like this giant heavy
Ankle.
belt, in which you then have to like basically slam the spikes into the stick, jump the rope up, slam again, and the entire time. Originally, people would use their mules, but in this case, it was just another person. But like they're just carrying you on a string. If they mess up slightly,
You're done, so.
yeah.
Yeah,
Because mind you, you have literal knives on your feet.
Yeah, so that's not. This isn't Michael Myers bullshit. You can't pin someone to the wall with a knife. You got to do that the old-fashioned way. Do it yourself, all right? Which this does actually.
I roasted the guy who was teaching me spar pole climbing.
How so? Just you made fun of him.
I said his hat looked like Jay Garrett because it did. Like the Flash.
Yeah, the Flash.
Basically, he got a custom helmet because he teaches like rock climbing and spar pole climbing, so he got a custom helmet.
Rocks.
And then I was like, fucking Jay Garrett looking ass.
Jay Garrett mode. Okay, that's a very fun thing
well,
to make
first I said Jay Garrett, and he was like, actually, it's Jay Garrett. You fucking dweebus. Like, now I know you bought it to look like that. That wasn't just a coincidence.
Oh, the thing is that he fucking showed you, though. That's the problem. Is that you literally went, oh, you fucking look like why did the name run away like it's the fucking
Jay Garrett?
Jay Garrett. Oh, yeah.
No, it's Jay Garrett.
Yeah, but you said, it's actually Jay Garrick, and he fucking pulled up his glasses and went, actually. Well, actually. Fucking showed you.
But, like, the thing at that camp, basically, everyone was supposed to be in character of acting like they're in the past. So, his response was, like, oh, how do you know that if you're from the past? It's like, oh, well, because I'm
the writer.
and then whatever his old person name was, don't know who the Flash is. But then James, I'm actually a huge Flash fan.
Oh, well, you see. But yeah, he definitely had that fucking bucket hat on for a reason.
He just told me, like, there's only 2 times during that camp where, like, people broke character. One time was, that Flash bit.
Yep.
And the second time, I went up to, so I was in this one camp, it was the last day, and we had so much downtime. So I just kind of went to the various people, like, in the area, like, asked for ghost stories, and none of them have, and they said, I'll go to this one guy, named Spork. I don't know why he was named Spork. I didn't ask. I didn't ask. But...
That's an ancient legend at the camp.
I went there, and he was like, oh, you want to hear ghost stories? So I'm going to break character for this, because I think that's dumb, especially if you want the real stories.
You want the good shit.
And then just, like, proceeded to spend 2 hours telling me every ghost story and paranormal thing that happened in this 150-year-old camp.
That's so fun. Oh, my goodness. I was like, hey.
Like, going all the way back to, like, the history of, like, the Native Americans and, like, some of the stuff they were doing.
Oh, that's so sick.
Yeah.
Just like, hey, I'm an encyclopedia on every ghost thing that happened here. And then you fucking looked at him, alright? And then I just realized I'm not getting picked up at all in this thing. 1 second. There we go. Alright, words. Okay, you looked at him, alright? You blinked, he was gone. Vanished into sand. You talked to a ghost.
But I'm basically, so how that camp... Philmont is the name of the camp, but I'm not going to hide it. It's like the most popular Boy Scout camp in the world.
Yeah.
But there's 2 sides of it. There's the east side and the west side. East side is far more dense forests and caves, while the west side is far more valleys and cliffs and stuff. Along with that, the west side is where all the Native Americans lived, and so like you'll get a lot of those types of stories in the west, and like have those types of encounters of like like tribesmen and warriors, and that's the good side, because on the east side with all the caves is where all the miners were.
Oh no!
And all the cave-ins.
Oh no!
So like it would be like trickster forest spirits in the west.
Yeah.
Racist, vengeful miners on the east.
it's literally the pathways, like different the mansion versus the spooky mansion.
Yes, like there was this one area that like every single building in it at the end of the night they leave out a plate of food.
Yeah,
because the one day they didn't, then a tornado swept in.
Yeah, I would too. I would not want to evoke the wrath of the angry tornado miners.
Along with that, snipe hunts are banned.
Oh, shit.
At Philmont, do you know what a snipe hunt is?
Yeah.
So it's like, basically you tell a young scout that there's a crazy
snipe,
bird.
Yeah.
They're afraid of lights.
I've seen him.
I've
seen up.
Yes.
Everyone
and that's banned because the real reason is because Philmont is full of cliffs.
Yeah. Oh no.
So
oh no.
That happened. But then people have kind of built onto that being like, now there's basically dead children who like beckon you into the woods, basically hoping to make you fall off of that cliff too.
Every time someone dies in there, they just get added to the mythos like it's a book in a library. They're like, oh, a bunch of kids died because there are cliffs here, and so children kept dying here because of our little superstition.
Because basically not even superstition, because of a stupid hazing game.
hazing, like, because of this sick little game they were playing, and now there are dead children. Anyway, those dead children are actually coming back for you guys.
Yeah.
Imagine if your kid died at a summer camp from a tragic, like, hazing incident, and then if people were like, oh shit, your kid's gonna come
Fucking boog 'em. Your kid's a boog 'em
your
now.
kid's a boogum now. That's probably how it is for, like, a lot of people, like, IRL, where, like, they're
it's just like a lot of true crime stories and stuff.
The line between supernatural, like, ghost stories and true crime is kind of too thin sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's like, oh, and a mobster died here, and now his ghost haunts this place. It's like, yeah, it's just that this is fucking Boston. Like, that's what, yeah. So what? You can't step anywhere without having somewhere where a mobster died. Boston eradicated every mobster.
Meanwhile, Chicago loved ours.
Oh yeah, the dog. You can't step anywhere in Chicago without being at a place where a mobster didn't die. Right? There's not one place in mobsters can't die in Chicago.
Well, except for where the Valentine's Day massacre happened.
Excuse me, we don't talk about that as good as
Best
Chicago.
thing to happen on that holiday.
But the only worthwhile thing on Valentine's Day was when they fucking murdered a bunch of mobsters. Boston was thrilled. All right, they were like, "Thank God, they're doing the Lord's work finally."
So I went on a field trip in the creative writing club I'm in, and my instructor, before he was a professor, was a tour guide for Chicago, in which we were doing that and just giving the history of the random buildings, and then pointing out one factory, and said, "Did you know that this one building had the biggest nautical incident ever?"
I think I know the one you're talking about.
Yeah, the one where basically the entire boat sunk.
Yep,
Yeah,
and then just
they were fishing bodies out of it for weeks.
Yep, weeks.
And then they just put them in a building.
Yep, because there was not enough morgues, so they were like, we don't have enough places to put this shit, so we'll just put all the bodies in here.
Yeah.
And then people had to just go walking around looking for them.
Yes.
It was fucked up. Oh, this reminds me, Maritime Horrors. It's a really good YouTube channel where it's the guy is sure he makes YouTube videos, but he's not a YouTube fella. He's his job is a Coast Guard, so he has actual full nautical knowledge and a lot of insights. And he goes dog, they should not have done this shit. I got a lot of good YouTube channels to recommend. Not on this podcast though. You guys don't get shit.
Yeah.
But words. I had a train of thought. Oh yeah,
we were talking about camp stories.
Yeah, camp stories. This does make me want us to do a episode we're from a campsite or camping, and then we tell more of the troll pastas or maybe good ones. We could do a good one.
Yeah.
We can copy Creepcast.
I also made a Ouija board the other day.
You didn't tell me this sooner.
Yeah.
Show me that shit.
Yeah, sure.
Let me see. Live Ouija board on the podcast. Let's inspect this shit. How good of a Ouija board are we talking? Oh shit, that's a big ass. I thought you were pointing to something behind the chair. No, that's a big. This is a big ass.
I just took a giant piece of paper.
This is larger. This is as large as big dick equals cock. We're talking unprecedented levels here. And what's the item you use for? Is it just? You have the little eyepiece.
I sadly don't have the eyepiece, so I have.
This would be really great Instagram content if I had it. Oh shit, you got that green emerald.
Yeah, so I have the chaos emerald, and then just
has a green chaos emerald that she uses to shift the shit around. All right, well,
the cord is here. The ghost.
You know what we gotta do, right? Come on. Put what do you start it on again? What do you start? Ouija's on? Claire's just moving it around and making noise, to be perfectly clear.
Yeah, because I'm afraid of the ghosts.
You're afraid of the boogums?
Yeah.
You're afraid of the dead kids?
Yeah.
How fast do you think those stories took to get, up and running?
Pretty fast.
There's
actually a building they had to level, because people kept going in there, because the most famous ghost story happened there. Basically, kids used the Ouija board, and 3 of them had seizures that night.
Oh my god. you know, that's so fucked up. Because imagine if your kid dies, and then 2 weeks later, people are like, "Oh shit, your kid is luring, your kid is luring us to go fucking."
No, the lure. Well, basically, a lot of people wanted to check out the ghost house.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was in the minor district too.
Of course it was.
Because the miners are the mean ones.
So they have the miners and now the miners.
Yeah.
Running around. So we have a Ouija board in front of us.
Indeed.
You know what we got to do.
I guess, yeah.
I don't know how Ouija boards work at all.
Oh no, neither do I.
I know you have to say goodbye.
Yes.
You have to. I think you gotta say hello. I think that's the
Yes.
thing. The thing is, we have such a small piece on this gigantic board, and you're not allowed to play alone. I remember that much from the movies. Aside from that, I have no idea how these things work.
No, I basically found out that in the Ravenloft book for D&D, they
Uh-huh.
have an entire chapter on how to run seances in-game.
Oh shit, that's so fun.
So I was running a one-shot the other day, and I was like, I want to do a little seance part. So, yeah.
So you made a Ouija board?
I made a Ouija board, and then I was also going to use some of my tarot cards.
That's so fun.
Yeah.
So like, what was the... I guess, I don't know, 2 D&D stuff, but like, what is like the context like, as in how you're supposed to do it in game, I suppose.
So very similar, but basically, instead of the ghost holding your hand, well, yeah, the player holds the hand.
Yeah,
it's the DM
it's the
on
DM
their hand,
actively guiding
shifting it around.
That's
yeah.
fun. That's fun.
Yeah.
So hey, DM in the sky, can you can you guide our hands real quick?
Oh, the demons! The demons are in me! Hold on, the demons, they're telling me.
69.
The demons are telling me.
E-N-I-S. No way. Wait.
They're telling me. They're telling me.
C-O-C-K. No, wait, no, the demons. No. No. 4. No. Shit, we gotta go.
Oh, shit. Let's get out.
We gotta get out of here. The demons are inside. Shit. The demons, they're inside of me.
Boogums, are you here?
Jeff, are you here? Thank fucking God. I was so worried. Wait, Jeff, are you...
He's in my hands.
P. S. Y. C. H. E.
He psyched us out.
Wait, Jeff, were you lying? Yes.
No way. No way.
Jeff, I'm so sorry to do this. Bye.
Well, no, first you need to ask permission.
Oh, wait, what do you mean ask
Yeah,
permission?
you have to be like, is it okay to, can we leave?
Fuck.
And then they have to direct you to yes, and then you can move to goodbye.
What happens if they say no?
Then you have to keep talking to them until they're resolved.
That's some fucking bullshit.
Oh no, it's fucking bullshit, yeah. I don't want to be fucking manipulated by a ghost being
Yeah.
like, dude, I'll fucking kill you if you hang up, man.
it's like
Fucking attention whore.
it's being like, hey, I'm gonna jump off this bridge if we don't keep chatting right now. Are you gonna get upset at me because of this? No,
I
I'm
was lightheaded when I finished making this. Because
You have boogums in you.
probably, yeah, I probably just filled this with demonic evilness.
You created a sigil for evil. And like I was so lightheaded after this.
I think it was because the real reason because I was, my Sharpie died, so I was
God.
using an exo marker,
Oh.
and like I was like right up in there.
Claire was huffing.
So I was basically just huffing expo marker for a solid like 20 minutes.
What was it? Was it boogums or was it expo markers? Comment
What's
down
the
below.
difference?
I think there's a pretty big difference in boogums and expo markers.
I think they do the same effect. Did you know that under Delphi, where basically the main oracle, like the real Greek or ancient Greek oracle was, under it was a large sulfur deposit, in which directly under her seat was a crack that apparently was sent by the gods that would routinely secrete sulfuric acid. So most
So-
people theorize that she was just getting high and making shit up.
That is slay. Honestly, that's like
Fucking, she's a queen for that.
yeah. Look, they
I
could
also
no
do
wrong.
love how in Greek mythology, only women could be oracles.
Yeah, of course.
Only girls can tell the future.
Look, all right. Again, if you're a guy and you have future say, no, you don't.
No,
You're
you
just
don't.
crazy.
Yeah.
You're just go back
Fucking,
to
you
the
see
cycle.
that you see that lady over there though, who's just straight up huffing glue.
Yeah.
She's a fucking psychic.
She knows
like, everything
everything.
she's saying.
She will tell
is
you you were
dogma.
All right, if you don't take what she says as gospel, all right, maybe that's just the timeline. Maybe that's what's gonna happen, and then one day you're gonna be sitting there, big old sword rummaged through your chest by a 7-foot tall man named Greg. All right, don't worry about it. And what you're gonna be like, shit, I should have listened to that oracle, but it's too late. If an old lady says, hey, you're gonna go buy me grapefruit, and she's an oracle,
Yeah.
you know
That was
what
actually a
happens next.
really fun. We do a lot of games in my Greek mythology class,
Uh-huh.
and one of the games is literally like make a flip book as be the oracle and make a flip
Be
be
the
a
oracle.
choose your own adventure book.
Oh, that's so fun. And then what, do you get to look at the others? Or
Yeah,
is it just
yeah.
Nice. What was the most interesting one you found?
It was do I go to a frat party?
So like there were several answers. What did
Yes.
you, for like your I guess first run or what, like were you just flipping
So
through
the
or you
good
playing them?
ending was you go to the party, have a great time,
Uh-huh.
puke your guts and lose your keys. That was a good ending.
That was the best possible ending.
The worst ending was you don't go, your house gets robbed, the robber shoots you. You do go, but you're rude, in which case everyone, like, basically the entire school finds out that you're a dick and everyone like basically leaves you alone.
So socially ostracized by the school, killed by a robber breaking into your house, or you lose your car keys.
Yeah.
That's
And then the final one was you get arrested because like you decide to indulge a little too much.
So it's either alone, in jail, dead, or
just kind of had a minor inconvenience.
Had a very small inconvenience. You know what? I was gonna say, I'll just stay home, but no, I get killed that way.
No, you get killed that way. You die that way.
So maybe the real solution was never get invited to that party in the first place.
Indeed.
So you hear that first, folks. If anyone ever asked us, hey, should I go to this frat party? The answer is no. Yes, go, because otherwise you'll be shot.
You'll be killed by a robber.
That's right, listener in particular.
You'll be killed when your former best friend, who you dared to ruin your life,
who happens to be named David fucking King.
And that's his name. It's not like I was putting like an obscenity in there for emphasis.
No, that's just his name.
I mean, his middle name is just fucking. His mom hated him.
His mom really didn't like him for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe it's because he's an insufferable jackass, a.k.a. the Joker.
He is the Joker. And Green Goblin.
You're too late. I already have your precious wife. And your credit score?
What?
Your credit score is no more.
We did it, gangsters. Your credit score is no more.
So if you don't know what we're talking about,
good.
I was just gonna say, go to the small little podcast we mentioned before, Creepcast, and tell them Creepcast sent them. So go tell them Creepcast sent them. That's what we did for a good few minutes last episode.
Yeah, just tell them Creepcast sent us.
What would you do if, like, the next episode of Creepcast got posted and someone said, hey, Creepcast sent us, or, like, Creepcast sent me, right? And it wasn't me and it wasn't you. What would you do if
I would cry.
That would be crazy.
I would cry tears of joy.
That would be crazy.
It'd be like, I made it.
We did it, gang. We achieved the big leagues. Oh, you took the Chaos Emerald away.
I did. I was going to keep playing with it.
You were going to keep summoning boogums, although that may be very good content for this episode. Welcome to Cosmic Was that you?
Yeah.
God damn it. Seriously, I didn't think that was a spirit. I thought that was me hallucinating. I was like, damn, that was vivid. Hold on. Yeah, no wonder.
I mean, a lot of ghost stories came from people with undiagnosed mental illness.
Yeah. Dog, I when I was younger, I was creating so many boogum stories. I was like, shit, I keep hearing running up and down my halls. I keep hearing knocks that aren't there. Oh, wait. I know, I just have hallucinations. That's just me. When I was, do you remember the fucking Charlie challenge where you put two pencils on top of each other?
Yeah.
And someone would be fucking blowing it.
Yeah.
Someone would be. It was me. Every time, I would be like, nothing's happening. The fucking like 4th grade or whatever year it was, I was the king of that shit. I was so good at balancing pencils, even the round ones on top of each other. I got so good at it, and I got so good at tricking so many kids. All right. Eventually, like if when one of them goes all the way and they eventually become parallel and fall off. Yeah, I told the kids like, hey, that means you're gonna get hunted by Charlie. That means you're gonna
Charlie's
die.
coming after you.
Charlie is gonna get you.
Man, there was a time I went to Bloody Mary with some of my cousins, and they decided to then like basically lock the door and like barricade so I couldn't get out, and just start pounding on it. I think that's why I'm fucked up.
Oh, that's why
I think that's just why I'm fucked up.
That's why you are the way that you are. It all makes sense now. I thought it was gonna be something else, like you're living. No, it was because your cousins locked you, and you were going, "No, let me out! No, she's gonna get me."
Yeah. And then after they did that, and they removed the barricades, just put their shoes in front of the door, like fucking Roderick. And they can admit, like, they stole that from Diary of a Wimpy Kid.
Did it work?
Yes! I thought they were still standing outside my door. So I was just like, let me out. Because I thought they were still standing there.
They were downstairs fucking chilling or whatever.
Yeah.
That is
unfathomably cruel, but also
so funny.
hilarious. That is so
funny.
Look, Roderick did nothing wrong.
Roderick was a goat.
Roderick, he had a fucking band.
Yeah.
All right. His book was. I was about to say best of the series, but there's some pretty good contenders. Long Haul.
Yeah.
Got that? Not Long Haul. That was the road trip one. Tough Luck. I remember seeing the 8th book, a commercial for it run so many times on TV, to the point where I was like, well, I gotta get the book now, and then I read it. I went, I don't fucking get this shit. But reading Diary of a Wimpy Kid now is a whole different experience, dog.
Well, yeah, because you have morals.
Yeah, you realize, oh, this is not a person I want to be.
You know, like it's like watching Tom and Jerry, only this is a human being who should know better.
This is a human being.
This is a freshman in high school. He should know better.
Yeah, which... look, all I'm saying is, if Greg Heffley was in Tom and Jerry, he would thrive, alright?
Oh, yeah. Oh, without a doubt. He would so be, sticking dynamite sticks up people's assholes.
Oh, yeah. Directly into it. Greg is the only 18-plus content allowed in Tom and Jerry.
Yes.
Right? It is very explicit. And every time, everyone's
And, it's weird how, it goes from, normal tune to, when he shows up, and it's just, gore.
Yeah,
They come back, there is just full gore.
Invincible level gore. Right? If Mark fucking took Tom and Jerry, held them both in front of a train, just to fucking prove a point, alright? What was that point? Zooey Mama, bitch.
Zooey Mama. Greg once caught Tom and did what all kids... No, he caught Jerry and did what all kids do with small animals. What all sociopathic kids do with small animals.
I didn't do that
put him in a microwave and just put that fucker on 3.
3.
Yeah.
You ever turn your microwave up to 3?
Just hit the 3 button and it cooks for 3 minutes? What's up with that? What's the deal with microwaves? You put a fucking bowl of soup in there for 2 minutes, it comes out fine. You put a bowl of soup in there for 3 minutes, and it explodes everywhere. What's the deal with microwaves?
That's how you were gonna say. You put a rodent in there for 3 minutes, and it's fine. You put it in there for 4, and it explodes. What's the deal with microwaves? My rats keep exploding.
What's the deal with microwaves?
Oh.
I mean, 1 minute, I'm just putting...
1 minute's worth of rat in the microwave.
1 minute, I'm just eating every meal out of it. The next minute, I have radiation poisoning.
What's the deal?
Okay, but what is the deal with microwaves having just radiation in them?
So they can cook shit?
Yeah, but the fact that we're just cool with that?
I don't know. It is crazy that it is very much true that you will get more radiation from your microwave than you will if you go on a full tour of a nuclear facility. It is that, because with the nuclear facility, if it's a properly working one, the proper amount you get is 0.
Yes,
outside of
that's the
background
job.
That's the point. And most nuclear facilities are up to standard. We've been doing a whole unit on energy in AP Environmental Science. We just finished that, and by God, I was fighting for nuclear with my goddamn life.
My great uncle worked in a power plant. He was basically the head of architecture of it.
Nice, yeah.
So basically, in the early time, when it was first opening, he was there actually designing stuff.
Yeah.
And then in his later time in the career, basically he would just look at blueprints and be no, if you do this, you're going to die.
Dead. You can't do that, dead. Swiping through designs.
That one would just be annoying.
That shit looks gay, don't do it. This? Don't worry about it.
And now with all of his money, he does. He just goes to every studio. He invites me anytime a Studio Ghibli movie is in theaters.
Nice.
And then if there's any convention he wants to go to, regardless of location, he will just get on a plane and go there.
Just fucking go there.
He's been to Scotland 5 times just for the same Doctor Who convention.
That's so fun. Oh my goodness, Doctor Who. I had a train of thought about him, and then I lost it. I was about to say, oh yeah, Doctor Who. Oh yeah, in Fallout 1, I keep running into the TARDIS. This is supposed to be a rare random encounter where you can either run into an alien spaceship and get the best gun in the game by pure random, the alien blaster, or you could run into the TARDIS, which just kind of vanishes after, you walk towards it. And in Fallout 1, in the run I'm doing right now, normally it's you do... you get you see it once or twice. It's a rare encounter. I've seen this shit so many times, just running around the desert. I'm so confused. What does he want with me? What does he want with my fucking crypt build, huh?
David Tennant just wants to say hi.
Yeah, why does he keep running away whenever I approach him, huh?
Because he's a little shy.
He's a little shy, so he was willing to appear in the nuclear post-apocalypse, but he's not willing to say hi to me.
Yeah, you might have like cooties or something.
No, I just have fucking every other disease that a person could have.
That's probably why he doesn't want to see you.
He's the doctor. He's a doctor.
Yeah, but he's like a doctor of like xenobiology. He doesn't know medicine.
Yeah, that's weird. Look. He has that fucking sonic screwdriver bullshit. He can figure it out. He can fucking point out himself and go,
I don't have diseases.
I don't have AIDS. He probably has to do that a lot. Look.
At least David Tennant's. I knew David Tennant's one fucked a lot. I'm not sure about the others.
Yeah. I mean, technically it should be the same guy.
They're all the same person, yeah.
But let's be real. The doctor gets a little brain damage each time. Every time. It's like when your brain gets just kind of squished to the side, but for him it's a different side each time.
Just kind of... Like you're a fucking little kid who isn't wearing a seatbelt, flipping around the back seat.
Jesus, that's so dark. Geez.
No, they're not hurt.
Oh, I thought you were saying they're just brains. Like,
no,
like
I
a
meant
soft
like
spot on a
their
baby's
brain.
head.
The doctor's brain is rocking around like 5-year-old me, who when I forgot to wear a seatbelt, and I was just like hitting my elbowing Seth. Elbowing the door, elbowing Seth.
Just bouncing around like it's like a ping pong ball.
Because I just refuse to put my seatbelt on.
Dog, some people never grow out of their refusing to wear their seatbelt phase, and it shows. Yeah. Because their brains keep getting mushed around.
But they got goop for brains.
They got fucking shit for brains, alright?
Yeah, shit for brains.
You know, look at the fucking shit for brains over here. Doesn't even know how to wear a seatbelt.
Oh, look boy.
Hey, we're doing the bit again.
We're fucking doing the...
We keep landing this podcast. One day we're going to be like 90 and still doing this. And we're just going to be... Oh.
So I know what the April Fool's special is going to be.
Oh boy.
Just an entire hour.
Of noise. That's coming up real soon too. Hold on, check the calendar. When does...
Hold on. Wait.
This part's getting cut anyway, so I was gonna say something about shit for brains or something, but I forgot.
Hold on. Can we jump to the next month, please?
Let it load.
No.
Let it live.
Yo, daylight savings is coming up.
Daylight savings.
April 1st is a Tuesday.
That's when the episode releases. It's because editing's been Tuesdays, so.
Perfect.
So, cutting back to the episode. I'm just gonna keep... I'm gonna have this whole section just be noise. Just me us making these fucking...
Anyways.
What are we talking about? Hulu ads?
What?
Hulu ads?
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, I hate Jake from State Farm. I want to fucking strangle
him. On a
him.
personal level?
Yeah. He's too smug.
He's too smug?
Yeah.
Hasn't there been 2 Jake from State Farm?
There has. And the first one was like a loser. And he was like ugly. And then the other one has just way too much charisma. And it's like, imagine if like someone was like written to be cool by people who aren't cool.
So like
that's how he acts.
Anytime, what's his name? Justin Roiland tries to write anyone. Just, it's fucking dweebish. It's fucking loser. I would kick the shit out of this guy.
Like this, so
you're not allowed to sit at my lunch table.
There was this progressive commercial where like an 8-year-old asks what's the economy, and like all the parents give awkward answers. You know, and that's funny.
Yeah.
State Farm with Jake decided to do the same fucking thing, only instead, Jake's like, so that's why insurance is cool. And get this, a kid who's no older than 17 is like, what's insurance? And Jay's like, I don't know. No! That's not what made the progressive commercial funny. At all!
That's not the point,
Like, the whole thing was like, it's a dumb question for a kid to ask. Like, it's a funny when kids ask what the economy is because, like, it's such a dumb, it's a thing that no one can really define. Like, no, you sell insurance.
This is your
job.
You
shouldn't. And I'd be like, if like there was a God of War trailer, and I was like, what's God of War? And like, I don't fucking know.
That would kind of go hard, though. Honestly, imagine it like.
Yeah, that would be funny if like an anti-meme. They meant it genuinely.
Yeah, this was /SRS, guys. We can't stress this enough. Shit was not funny. I've not seen ads in like forever. I don't get ads. I don't be exposed to ads anymore. We'll talk about it in a second after we talk about how much Jake from State Farm fucking
along
sucks.
with that, in the State Farm commercials, it implies that Jimmy Fallon can be summoned by saying joking 3 times.
I saw that ad, which is like...
Which I've been afraid to try that, but I really want to, so I can fucking put a few bullets in Jimmy Fallon's head.
Hey, we have...
And the best part, is Jimmy Fallon can summon Jake from State Farm. So if I get Jimmy to summon Jake, I can just take both of them out.
All right. Hear me out.
Yeah.
We get them here.
Uh-huh.
We have a spiritual board. We trap them in here, and we keep their souls locked away forever, so they can't hurt society anymore.
Yeah.
So,
Along with that, there's a fucking AT&T commercial where it starts with like two parents. Both of them look really. I'm talking like 30. In walks their son, who's like speaking in like brain rot language loudly on the phone. How old do you think their son is?
9 at most. 20.
He looks to be 21.
Oh God, is that how they see us?
It doesn't make sense. Like, he acts like a literal child going in there. And listen, he looks 20. His parents look no older than 40. Like I don't. It just seems it doesn't.
Do the math, guys. Do the math. Come on, figure this shit out.
Again, I don't know, man.
I get it's like an insurance. Is it also
No, that was AT&T.
AT&T? It's like a. It's a commercial, right? For a big corporation.
Like, the whole thing was like, oh, you can have your cringy phone talks in the backyard. No one talks like that, though.
In Japan, there was the monster with was it a monster with 100 faces, in which it was like a blank, soulless, basically terrorist group where they would do corporate terrorism. They kidnapped a CEO. They kept saying, "Hey, we put a bunch of poison in a bunch of chocolates," and lo and behold, there it was. There was only ever like one instance where they were holding a CEO ransom, and they were like, "Hey, give us money." And then a guy showed up at the scene. Obviously, they were gonna jump him. Fucking outran everyone and made it out of there, right? And to this day, maybe there may be less faces than 100. But from what I can remember, the monster with 100 faces, right, is the name of this group. No one's ever been identified. There are suspects, but it's a huge organization. Or maybe 17 faces, 27. I don't know. Point is, corporate terrorism should be a normal thing.
Yes.
We should go back to doing that. And I think these ads have solidified exactly why.
Yeah.
Not because of like oppression or anything. No, because they fucking suck. Because they're garble baby awful doo-doo shit. Alright? Well, as I was saying earlier, I don't get ads anymore. Because I don't watch YouTube too much. I mean, because like, you know, most like a lot of places like Creepcast, you know, I watch a podcast. I'm thinking of getting Nebula so I can just kind of circumvent most of that. I was about to say, what if we got a Nebula? We're not YouTube great. we don't. What would we do Nebula? No, what would we do Nebula for?
I could do bird watching.
Do bird watching?
Yeah.
Welcome to our bird watching YouTube channel. We're gonna look at some
I would just
birds.
be like really calm and like really chill,
You go
like
up
borderline ASMR, and they're just talking about like, whoa. And the thing is, I'm not gonna learn anything about birds.
Oh yeah, no.
And I'm gonna be like, look at that one. I
Yeah.
don't know. Maybe his name is like Roger or something. That'd be cool. Like make little stories about the birds.
You're gonna Joe Parra it.
Yeah.
You're gonna go up to Marquette, Michigan, and just be like, "Oh, fuck! Would you look at that?
Yeah.
There's a little bird." Welcome to our ASMR podcast, actually.
Yeah, welcome to the. Welcome to the sleepy little ASMR show.
Welcome to the sleepy episode of
The sleepy cummy yummy episode.
No, that's not the name of this episode at all.
It is in fact now. We already have the sleepy hour.
We do the NyQuil sleepy hour, yeah.
Yeah.
But that's where we're getting sleepy.
Yeah.
What if this episode is where they get sleepy?
Go to sleep.
Go
to sleep. Go to sleep, little listener. Or
Go to
I
sleep.
will crawl out of your closet and I'll shit on your pillow.
Really do it.
Wop wop wop, give it Badu.
I'm gonna take a massive doo-doo.
What the fuck is this show?
I don't know. It's peak. It's peak. If anyone says otherwise, we're gonna shit
wrong.
We're gonna
I'm gonna shit on their pillow.
You must be enjoying this episode, or you know what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
You fucking know. You know what we're gonna do.
And leave 5 stars.
You better,
When am I gonna shit on your pillow?
you better be watching every episode. You better be rating us 5 stars. Oh, I'm Claire's gonna shit on your
I'm
pillow.
gonna shit on your pillow.
I'm not gonna be there.
Yeah, and like I don't take big shits. I take lots of like little shits, like a fucking machine gun.
Why is this the second time we've talked about you shitting on?
This is the second time we have discussed your fecal matter in the past hour, Claire. What time is it? Oh, we started at 50.
12:34.
This is for the past, like, basically a half hour. This is the second time we've talked about you shitting.
I don't know.
Why does this topic? Why do we keep circling back to this
I
topic?
don't know. Maybe because it's just so easy. It's such an easy bit to do.
Oh, showing off that you're not constipated. Okay. All right.
Yeah. I like to keep things limber. I like to keep things loose.
Show off.
Unless I'm on vacation, which I am.
You gotta hold
I
that.
do hold it in.
I can hold it. But what happens if you're on vacation and someone doesn't listen to this podcast and they deserve a pillow?
And now I then have a time. Then I have a time to do it. I have go time.
You go. So if you're ever on vacation, be careful because Claire might be there. And if you're not listening to this podcast, you know what's gonna happen.
Yep.
What were we talking about before this? What were we talking?
Bird watching.
Oh yeah. Remember this?
You need to get a nebula. We need to get a nebula so I can do bird watching.
We need to get Nebula. We need to listen. We need to look at some birds.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of.
Which makes I'm also afraid of birds.
Oh really?
Yep, I'm horrified of birds.
I did not. I didn't really know this about you.
I'm fucking horrified. like looking at them from a distance, all good. The second they get within like 3 feet of me though, I'm shitting bricks.
You're
like you know those canary houses
Stop
where like you're
talking
like
about shitting. Sorry, I had to make sure that didn't continue. So you were saying?
So fucking like you know those like canary houses where like you have those like little sticks with the seeds in them and stuff. Hate them.
Awful.
Hate them. And, like every time I'm at the zoo, everyone's like, "Oh, we should go in there."
No,
and, like,
no.
Like fine, I'll do it because I don't want to split the group or anything. And then I'm just kind of like standing there, and like it mixes my two least favorite things: small things and birds. Okay.
So an eagle, for example, would only cover one of those.
Yes,
Okay.
but it would still be scary because an eagle could fuck me up.
Eagle could.
See, I'm afraid of small things because I am self-conscious about my size, and so when I see a small thing, I get the irrational fear that I will break and destroy it in one way or another. It's also why I hate babies.
Everyone should hate
Because babies are not only physically fragile, but they're mentally fragile. Like I could say the wrong thing and permanently ruin their life forever, and that's so
You're
scary.
gonna push a baby down the alt-right pipeline on accident. Do not have a baby listen to this podcast.
Do not have this baby listen. Well, honestly, actually, no. Have your baby listen to this
Have your baby
podcast,
listen
and
to
they'll
this.
start killing Nazis.
Yeah, that is the one
Like-
through line
like-
of this show.
You know, you have your baby listen to Mozart, they'll be a fucking genius. You have a baby listen to Concierge, they'll be a Nazi stomper. Tell me which one is better.
Which one is better? Go on.
Go on.
Wait.
Yeah.
Go. Oh, so you prefer your baby to be a genius?
Yes.
What?
What?
Well, you want to know who else consider themselves geniuses?
Nazis.
That's right. And my army of Nazi stompers who were raised on Concierge will crush your pathetic child.
You fucking dweeby intellectuals.
You're fucking
Well, your
dingus.
fucking bitch ass babies are listening to Mozart and learning how to count. I'm fucking teaching these babies how to chug brewskis and kill Nazis.
Alright, look. All I'm saying is, if you give a kid a book, they'll know stuff. They'll be a dweeb. You give a kid a gun and tell them to shoot a Nazi, they'll be good. They'll be fine.
It's the old adage. Give a kid a book, he'll read for as long as the book is. Give a kid a gun, and he'll kill so many Nazis.
So many
So,
fucking Nazis.
it's a well-known fact that all babies are born inherently pure, and it is outside society that corrupts them.
Yep.
Which basically means you take a baby and you remove it from all corruption,
It will start killing
you have a
Nazis.
Nazi-destroying machine right there.
Exactly. Babies have an inherent sense of morality, which means if you give a baby a gun, it will instantly kill any Nazi in the vicinity.
Exactly.
This is why babies are pure. This is why they're precious.
Yeah.
Which is why they also are so scary, because you
Yeah.
can't corrupt them.
You can't corrupt them.
Just like birds.
Birds are just physically fragile.
Yeah.
Like literally, I once read the sign like when the zoo near our house
Yep.
like first got their canary building. It was like there was a thing of like watch your step.
Yeah. Which is
Scared the shit.
Don't-
People were like, I don't walk when I'm in there. I
shuffle.
I shuffle my feet
Yeah. I
because
would
I don't
too.
want to fucking step on something.
I don't want to touch that shit. That's scary. What the fuck?
You know the guilt that would fucking wreck over if I accidentally killed a canary
You would
in like a public space where like kids are just running around. Oh my! I would feel so bad. And I'm like, how expensive would that be?
What would they sue you?
Would they make me pay for that bird?
You gotta pay for the canary.
I gotta pay for the bird I just fucking murdered.
No, I think they understand that shit happens. Probably because I don't. It's probably not a common occurrence because birds are good at dodging out of the way.
Yeah.
And shit. They do have that uncanny dodge nonsense where they're just. I forgot earlier when the guy was doing the Sammy Whammy and dodging all the punches.
Yeah.
You want to explain what happened?
In One Piece, I'm showing Hallis, Water 7, and Enies Lobby. And when paper art was first introduced, Bluno was just kind of bouncing around.
Into the fucking flurry of blows that he was given to him.
Yes.
Just fucking, give me that. I'm a big dude, but he's a big dude, but he moves real fast. Just, shit. We all aspire to be the big dude that moves really fast.
Indeed.
In fact, if I could be a big dude that moves really fast and stomps Nazis, I think that would be ideal.
Yeah. Well, the guy who moved really fast, he was a Nazi.
So that's the problem. Why do so many Nazis have that power, son?
I don't know.
Hey, if you know, was it the 6 powers?
Yeah.
Right? If you know the 6 powers, are you a Nazi?
Probably.
So if you are, stop.
Yeah, cut that out.
Yeah, cut preferably like your head off with a self-made guillotine.
Cool.
Who's it that made the self-made guillotine?
Rusty Cage made a guillotine.
Yep. Sargento cheese.
Sargento cheese.
I thought you were showing me something.
No, I was not.
They're just fucking pulling up your Discord.
No.
To type in your messages into chat bars, and then I don't ever read the chat bars first, so I think you're just showing me the Discord thing. I'm like, what?
No.
Even though I could cut this out, you could just say, hey, we should end soon, or hey, whatever.
I wanted to show you a specific One Piece character, but I couldn't find a good picture that both had his name out of it and, like, didn't show his powers.
So it always has, like, a title card, or, Damn.
Oh no, that's just how Google was, and I wasn't gonna like copy and paste into like a separate doc and be like that.
Yeah.
But I was going to make you guess the fucking dweeb that controls wax.
Oh shit! Earlier we were playing this game where Claire was showing me One Piece villains of every arc, and then I had to guess what their name was and what their powers were and how strong they were. Let's see here. What were some of them? Was it
Foxy.
Foxy. Right, was Glorp, Glump.
And he actually has no powers.
No powers. No, he's got that massive stick in his pants. If you know what I'm saying, know what I mean.
But like, Foxy could be overpowered if he had more than 2 brain cells.
Look, that's a common theme with a lot of characters in a lot of media. If they just thought 2 seconds, they could probably just do so much shit.
Because, like, yeah, for 30 seconds, he can put someone in slow motion. And that's overpowered.
It's OP when your main opponent is a speed demon who like fucking moves at 1 billion miles an hour with his punches and shit.
Yeah.
Think, Foxy, think. Stop going.
Imagine if fucking Foxy like slowed Luffy down and just walked over with a fucking gun and just shot him in his medulla.
Shoot Luffy in the head with a gun when you slow him down with time powers. I've been saying this for years. That's my favorite, I don't know, I just got a flash to with the Chronojury wizards.
Yeah.
Yeah, the time travel motherfuckers, time manipulation little shitheads. In which, was a Gift of Gab, I think it is, which just allows you to undo the last, 5 seconds of any, roleplay interaction shit. Which is so hilarious, because it explicitly says, oh, did you accidentally let something slip? Dumbass. You better, undo that. So... let's say Luffy's kicking your ass. Undo the last 5 seconds, shoot him in the head with a gun, and cut it out.
He can't undo time.
Slow time. If he practiced, I bet he could.
I mean, honestly, yeah, if he awakened his devil fruit
he can do
to full level, he probably could.
What's stopping him from doing that?
Honestly, if he got strong enough, I bet he could just freeze time, and just pick someone up and put them in the
picks up Luffy,
drops him in the ocean,
dunks his head in water, and just alright
leaves.
Gets on a boat or a small canoe, rows out, just
rows back,
resumes time, and you have killed. That can work with any devil fruit.
Yeah. That can work with almost any person. If you row them out far enough.
You roll them out to anywhere in the middle of the sea, just... I'm imagining just completely weightless, too, picking the person up. Just, they weigh nothing, just...
You're done, so.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do, huh? You blink and you're in the middle of the ocean. Good luck, dumbass.
I think my favorite thing during that entire game is when you said Arlong was a 6 out of 10 and had sun powers.
Yeah. It was a wild guess, alright?
Like, the coolest thing he does with being a great white shark is that... No, he doesn't even do this. There's a different evil fisherman who I didn't show you because he's such a forgettable villain.
Oh my god.
The only thing he does is he can rip his teeth out and throw them at people.
What, the guy you showed me doesn't
No,
even do
that Arlong can't do that.
Damn. L.
Arlong doesn't work like that.
Though it doesn't work like that.
Arlong's a fucking bitch. And it's funny because his best friend, well, former best friend, they hate each other now,
course.
is like a member of the Straw Hats. And before he was a member of the Straw Hats, he was one of the warlords.
So, like, you know. I'm down
Like,
for this.
Arlong basically went into one town, conquered it, and did nothing else. He stopped training.
You're like, I'm done. I'm just gonna chill
He was just
out.
like the peak, because all fishermen are like just built physically bigger.
Yeah.
He's like, cool, these are all a bunch of normal people. I don't need to do anything now.
Yeah. It's a better reference to Invincible, but I know that most of the fuckers on this show probably haven't. No, a good number of y'all have seen up to episode 4. But you know, can't make that reference. I'd like to wait until the show is over or the season is over to start discussing some of that.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Yeah.
even the latest episode, fucking peak. Oh my
Yeah,
goodness,
oh yeah,
best.
oh yeah.
I think best one since season 1, maybe.
Yeah.
Season 1 or season 2 finale was also really good, and we're not even at the finale. We
Yeah.
still have 2, from what I've heard, extra long episodes left.
Yes.
So,
Oh yeah.
because previous episodes up to like 40, 45, 46 minutes, that kind of thing. Latest episode 53, and then next ones are an hour plus. So like, we are cooking good. All right.
Oh, yeah.
We are so hyped for this.
Yes.
There may be an episode on it, but probably not.
Probably not.
Probably not. We're probably just gonna discuss it literally anywhere else aside
Yeah.
from at midnight in Claire's basement.
Mm-hmm.
Because why it's a good show. Why the fuck would we
Yeah.
wait? But like,
Y'all fucking make your own opinions.
yeah,
Cunts.
we don't watch the show together like Creature Commando. So
Yeah.
that show was peak.
That show was
That
peak.
fucking good shit. It gets so much better if you watch it as a movie, dog.
Yes.
It's like, oh wait, I'm not having to just wait between each scene, basically each little mini act of the movie. Oh. Yeah, there's a comic spoiler. I don't want to talk about that Invincible thing,
Yeah.
but remind me later about next episode of Invincible because, oh boy,
Oh boy.
oh boy,
Oh boy.
I had a train of thought, I lost it. Oh, is it still a bad omen that we've been, poking at this Ouija board?
Probably not.
Especially because it has the spirit of Jimmy Fallon and Jacob State for a minute.
Yeah, we did put them there.
We did put them there. You guys may have missed it, but we grabbed one of these bad boys, these little cookies, and they couldn't resist. What are these things called?
Fudge stripes?
Yeah, fudge stripes. Look, if you want to summon Jimmy Fallon, you can't. We have him trapped. But if you, word for the people listening to this in the past, if you ever want to summon Jimmy Fallon, get a fudge stripe, put it on a Ouija board. Jimmy Fallon will be floating in the air like it's a fucking pie.
There's a hole in my window. You can't talk. Like these, they're delicious, but they are like eating sand.
I fucking love eating sand. I took such a big bite of one, expected to hork it down easily.
No.
And I don't have water too. My bottle's empty. This was the most poorly planned out thing I think ever on the show.
I don't know. I think there's been worse things to happen.
Yeah.
Thank you all for listening to this episode of the Cosmic Concierge.
You can submit questions to our Gmail at ConciergeCosmic@gmail.com.
If you're a fan of the artwork, feel free to check out Cosmic Canvas on Instagram.
And if you're a fan of the music, intro, and outro, you can go follow our man Zeb on YouTube and Instagram. Thank you for watching.